Hi Pisces, welcome to your reading. I was sitting with your energy for a moment and trying to pick up on something, trying to pick up on a feeling, or maybe if I saw something in my mind. And what I feel is like a sense of calm and uncertainty at the same time. A sense of like you're navigating through something, but you're not really afraid, maybe a little cautious, maybe a little afraid. But what I'm seeing is this ocean, this very calm ocean. And it's it's in the nighttime. There's stars in the sky. It's not very cloudy, but there is a little bit of mist rolling in over the waters. The moon is full and bright, and then down the water, just barely touching the top of it, is like a path that you can walk on. It's very interesting. It's not like going through the water. It's not like a Moses moment, okay? It's just gently on the water, and you can walk this path very easily, but you're cautious because it's a narrow path. There's no railing or anything that's going to keep you from falling. So we need to be cautious. We need to be careful. Because one wrong move and you feel like you're going to fall over into the water. So that could be a metaphor for something that's going on in your life. Could be a metaphor to how you're feeling, like maybe that describes how you're feeling in whatever situation that you're going through. But let's go ahead and get some cards out and see if we can get a little bit more. Wow. All right. I don't think those wanted to come out, but those two did. Actually, let's look at these two. Okay. So you have the Four of Cups, and then you also have the Seven of Wands falling out in reverse. You know, the Four of Wands, just the feeling that I got makes sense with this cautious energy. There is a little bit of a sadness behind it. It's like this little boy here is looking at the Four Cups, and he's only focused on the Four Cups, but he's now looking at this beautiful mermaid next to him, who I feel like is kind of a guide. It's almost like she's trying to talk to him, maybe try to talk wisdom, try to just to have a conversation with him in some way. It's kind of, but she's like laying there like this, and that's kind of what I feel like maybe your spirit team is doing. Like maybe trying to give you a sign, but he's not really paying attention to the sign. He's too busy looking at these other cups that aren't full. But here she is holding the fourth cup and trying to get him to notice it, but he's not noticing it. Instead, he's like this, holding himself, looking down, and she's just patiently waiting. And that's kind of what I feel like your guides are like. They're just kind of patiently waiting for you to look up. We're too focused on the cups that aren't full, but your guides are holding this cup, trying to present it to you. to guide you on how you can make it full. Now I'm kind of seeing you walking on the path, being cautious over the ocean with a cup in your hand. Like if you were to just take this cup from this mermaid, take the cup from your guides, you could easily and carefully bend down on this path, kneel down on this path, and scoop up the water from the ocean. Seven of Wands in reverse. Now, if this was upright, it's talking about needing to defend yourself. Because, like, look at these wands trying to attack him, and he has his own wand trying to protect himself. But it showed up in reverse. You don't need to fight this. Maybe you're a little bit resistant. I feel like getting an emotion card for you guys. One second. Okay, the card on the bottom spoke to me about anger. Maybe there was anger in the past. I'm kind of feeling like maybe this is what you're looking down on. Maybe something happened where you were angry about something, and maybe you said something that you didn't really mean, and now you look back on that and you're like, I shouldn't have done that. That's coming through. But anger is an unmet need or a boundary that has been crossed. It reminds you to set healthy boundaries to protect yourself. When facing anger, learn to be calm and reflective, discovering growth opportunities within. Yeah, it's going with the seven of, or wait, yeah, did I say that? Yeah, the seven of wands. Yeah, setting healthy boundaries to protect yourself. Maybe you were trying to set a boundary, but it came through as anger, and we said something we don't mean. Or maybe you feel just maybe you didn't really say something mean. Maybe you actually feel guilty about setting a boundary because it's something new. You don't need to feel you don't need to feel guilty about that, okay? But we also don't need to set so many boundaries either. You set your boundary and now you can breathe. Okay, you stood up against these other wands, but now you can breathe. It's okay. Maybe you're sad that you lost something out of this after setting a boundary. Maybe there was a friendship, somebody walked away because they couldn't take you setting a boundary. But that's not really somebody that you would want in your life, right? You should be able to set healthy boundaries. And if somebody gets upset with you, well, that's their reaction, right? Because they're not used to that. They're used to you being available in whatever way that they were asking you to be available in. But it's okay to set healthy boundaries. Yeah, when facing anger, learn to be calm and reflective, discovering growth opportunities within. Yeah. When facing anger, when facing anger of other people, I feel like you were calm if they were angry with you, not that you were angry with them, not that you said anything mean or anything, but it was their anger that affected you. Yeah, and making you feel like this. Your spirit team, your guides are saying, as they're sitting there like this, holding the cup, waiting for you to take it and fill up the cup. They're saying, good job. They're saying that you needed to do that. This other person's anger, or maybe even multiple people, their anger was a reaction towards you not being available. But you don't need to be available all the time. Okay. What else do we have? We have disappointment. Disappointment is a reaction to unmet expectations, causing feelings of heartbreak or frustration. It reminds you to adjust the relationship between expectation and reality. Accept that sometimes things don't go as planned, but it doesn't mean failure. It's a valuable learning opportunity. So somebody could be disappointed with you as well, not just angry. However, what I'm also getting from this card is away from talking about another person, that there was an expectation of yours that didn't go the way you thought it was going to go, and now we're disappointed, and that's what we're focusing on, and that's what's making us like this, and you're just like, oh, it didn't work out. I'm so disappointed in myself. I did the wrong thing. Maybe if I done this differently, da 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 da, things like that. And Spirit is just sitting there again with the cup, being like, it's okay. Mistakes happen. Or they could also be saying, it's okay. That wasn't meant for you. But you can try again. Take the cup. Fill it up. Fill up all the cups. And then when you take that path that I was talking about, and you do have a cup in hand and you're able to fill it up with water all on your own, even if things look a little shaky, even if you're a little uncomfortable, even if you're a little uncertain on this path, it's okay. You did it. You filled up the cup, and now we continue on that path. And now I'm seeing you continuing down the path. And there's like an island with a mountain on it. And mountains usually symbolize obstacles, so maybe there's another obstacle that you're approaching. But you still have that cup in hand. You're able to walk the path. You didn't fall off. You reach the island, and then you're able to pour this water in front of this mountain into like a basin, filling this up. And now magically there's a door that appears. Not one that you open, just like an archway that appears, cutting through this mountain. And this is a little scary too. This is a very tall mountain with a walkway through it. You can see the other end to another ocean. But it's scary because you're walking under a mountain. You're walking through the bottom of this really tall mountain. So what I'm kind of feeling from this is that the obstacle in front of you isn't that bad. You can walk through it with ease. But are you going to? It's your choice. This is a very interesting reading. I never really had a reading like this before. This is really interesting. It's kind of like I'm going on this journey with you in like little segments. It's like your story. Okay, this is actually very interesting. I'm gonna stop shuffling for now. Underworld. was looking at this card and I'm like, okay, that makes sense, you know, going down these stairs, because there's a person here going down these stairs into the underworld, into the unknown, into this uncertainty, into this, I was going to say dark place, but like not in a bad way. It's more about like reflection. But I was really drawn to the stars and the moon here, and this building structure making me think this is what's inside the mountain. So on the outside, as you're walking down that path, and then you fill, you know, the cup, or you dump the cup, revealing a door, an archway. On the outside, it looks like just a regular mountain, but really in the middle is this structure. And I kind of feel like the archway, when I say that you can see the other end of it, and you see another ocean, you see the other end of this island. When you walk through the mountain, this is what it feels like. It kind of feels like a spiral. It kind of feels like an illusion where, have you ever had a dream or seen something like in a movie or a TV show, but like somebody walking down the hallway, seeing this door at the end of the hallway, they're trying to go to it, but every step they take, it's like the door is getting further away. That's kind of what that feels like. But then I feel like if we keep continuing on, eventually that door is going to slow down. It's not going to feel so far away. And so that's kind of what I feel like this pathway is through this arch. It feels like it's taking forever to get through this mountain, but you are going to reach the end eventually. And it's okay to be afraid. It's okay to be unsure. You just need to trust. Okay, you just need to trust. You can make that leap. You can make that journey. You can walk through that archway tunnel through this mountain to reach the other end. We also have commitment here. I'm getting more so a commitment to yourself. I do not really sense anybody else involved with this. It's all for you. This is all for you, Pisces. A commitment to yourself. I really feel like, ooh, okay, this is giving me chills. You get to the end of that tunnel, you get to the other side of the island, and this is going to sound a little eerie, but it's like you see you, but a confident version of you, confident version of yourself. And they smile back at you, proud of you that you made it. You made it. Okay, you did it. And so it's kind of like you two looking at each other and holding hands. And one is like congratulating you, you know, this version of you, this future version of you is congratulating you that you did it. We were always meant to be here. We were always meant to lead this way. And you had the trust. You did the deep dive. You did the inner work. You filled that cup. With imagination here on this card, I kind of feel very drawn to the painter vibe in this with the girl here, because she's holding a paintbrush. But something with your imagination, like you could be somebody who is artistic. Interesting. You have the power to create your own doorway. This, okay. I, I was wondering why, like, I was like, yeah, it's artistic, and that's usually what I've said about this card before. And you could be somebody who's artistic, but there was something else that was really speaking out. And I'm very focused on, like, this blue square and how it looks so different compared to the background here. And this background makes me think like this is the ocean. It's like you're standing on that island. Ooh, you're standing on that island, regardless of gender, okay? This is just the image of the card, and it depicts a female, it depicts a woman. Um, but regardless of gender, this is resembling you creating your own door. You're able to create this door on your own, feeling more confident, more ready to proceed forward and step through and get off this island onto a new journey into your future self's world. And your future self is like, good job, now walk through. But I don't really get much of a vision after that because at least we don't know it yet in the cards. Or maybe you're not meant to know yet. You're meant to know this journey. Hmm. Wow. Okay. So we have unchanged. And it's like what I was saying. Like this person looking out at the water. This person looking out at the water. Oh. This is what the this is what you see when you walk through the door. I was gonna say that this is kind of resembling the start of the journey, but that didn't feel quite right. I'm like, I don't know what this is depicting me. This is actually what you see when you walk through this door. This is your new world. You're able to look, you're able to stand on this balcony and look out at a new life, a new cycle, a new beginning. So it says unchanged at this time, the situation is stable and unlikely to change. I get this as a more of a vibe of like this journey isn't going to change. You are doing the right thing, you are on the right path, and you're stable. Like you were able to walk that path I was talking about that was just touching the water. You walked it with no problem. You were able to walk through that tunnel, no problem, because it is stable. You are stable, and you've got this. Okay, so we have handcuffs here. I feel like at this time you may feel like you don't have control. You may feel like you don't have control, but in this image, one of the handcuffs isn't latched. You're able to break free. It's not as bad as it seems. You may feel powerless. You may feel like detained by an external force. You may feel like you're not going to get out of this disappointed feeling or somebody else's anger or your own anger or the guilt for setting boundaries, a guilt for lashing out, saying something wrong, whatever that resonates with you on. Yeah, we don't feel like we're in control, but you're able to break free. You are able to break free. You're not meant to be held down. You're meant to walk that path, filling your cup and reaching that new beginning. You also have baby with new beginnings. You could be a cardinal sign, which would be Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn, but you don't have to be. Either way, this new beginning is coming for you. Oh wait, no, this is a Gemini reading. I do that sometimes where I'm just like, I forget that I'm doing a zodiac reading. And then this comes through. But you could also be one of these signs and watching this reading, not as a Gemini, you just felt drawn to watch this reading. I do put that intention out there as well. Or you could have these placements somewhere else in your chart. And so that's helping to come through. Um, I'm also getting maybe you might meet people who fall into these signs, and that's part of your new beginning. But whatever whatever this is, it is a fresh start. Fresh start. A new phase. This energy is happening now. Okay? It is happening now. And you like again, you may not really see it. Maybe you feel it, but we need to not be so focused on that handcuff moment. Okay? We need to take the cup and fill it up. Take the cup and fill it up. Okay. So let's go ahead and get an affirmation for you guys, Pisces. Maybe it also feels a little uncomfortable for you with this new beginning because Pisces, you are a mutable sign, and mutable signs are kind of like seen as an ending kind of energy. Um, you are also the end of the zodiac cycle as well, but now there's this new beginning coming in, and yeah, that would be uncomfortable. That would be uncertain for you. We're not used to being in that energy. I choose to learn through love. Choose love for yourself. Definitely. Love for yourself. The moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented to me. Realign with love. I really feel like it's more self-love. Realigning with you and a love for yourself. When I think I've surrendered, I surrender more. So surrender to this journey. Surrender to this journey because you're going to be fine. It may feel long, but, and because we had a new cycle start with the Chinese New Year with the fire horse. So this energy could have started for you already. Um, in that case, I kind of feel like it's a bit of a slow momentum for you guys. But we are also coming up on Aries season, the start of a new zodiac right now as I'm recording this. And when this comes out, it's Pisces season, so you are in your element right now. Um, But yeah, you're in your ending and we're approaching a new beginning. We're approaching Aries season. We're approaching the start of another zodiac year, tropical zodiac year. And so, yeah, it feels a little uncomfortable. And maybe you kind of feel a little uncomfortable usually this time of year, but I think in a lot of ways this probably feels stronger. At Pisces, you are so creative, you are so powerful to be able to create your own door like that. And this path that comes over the water, it's like it's just presented to you. It's like your guides are just kind of like, here you go. But it's your choice to walk it. It's your choice to fill the cup. It's your choice to go through that mountain. It's your choice to create that door. Okay. This was a very interesting reading, Pisces. And like I said, I don't think I've ever read like this before. It was fun. I liked it. I like doing it. So thank you for that opportunity. But yeah, that's all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it resonated with you. You can leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below. In the description, I have links to my TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. So if you'd like to follow me on those platforms, you can also follow me there as well. And it would be greatly appreciated. But Pisces, thank you again so much for coming by, giving me the opportunity to do this reading for you. It was so magical. I loved it. And I really hope that it it really made you like think and feel more comfortable with your journey. But I am sending you so much love, healing, and blessings your way, and I hope to see you in the next video.